Hi guys, welcome or welcome back to Randomly Random. I am Buame, your internet bestie. Today we are watching and reacting to a film released in 2021 titled The Vault. It's available on Netflix and the plot is a janitor manages to pull off the biggest bank robbery and never gets caught. Get your snacks ready and let's get into it.
The good doctor. Well, this doctor has retired and turned into the good janitor named Tom. He realized that dirty floors caused sickness, and so he is doing his part. And as a bonus, he gets to heist and rob a bank on the side. His exceptional intelligence and problem-solving skills shows us he's the most intelligent janitor in the world. During his school days, he proposed a plan that effectively resolved the Mexican oil spill crisis, attracting the attention of the world's 8 largest oil companies. They competed vigorously to hire him even before he graduated, offering him executive positions, company stock, and an annual salary of $400,000. Despite the incredible opportunities presented to him, Tom turned down all these offers. Instead, he accepted a job offer from Walter Moreland in Spain. This job involved using his exceptional brainpower to crack a vault that was considered an engineering marvel and contained an item that Walter was after. For over 80 years, no one had ever managed to break into this unique vault.
First of all, I've realized that this particular guy, I don't know his name, but most of his movie roles are like he's the smart guy, he's the guy with, a big IQ, he's an intelligence guy, like the good doctor. This guys, imagine that you are in university or college and before you even graduate, 8 companies approach you, right? And want to give you a high level position job where you earn $400,000 per year. I think that's what the narrator said. And what he declined to go be a criminal. Basically, that is what they are saying. He declined to go be a criminal. You've gotten a decent, well-paying job. Yeah, you might not enjoy it. Maybe he wasn't particularly interested because he wouldn't really enjoy it. Maybe he likes more of the adventure, the danger. But you declined that offer to go accept an offer to become a criminal, literally. Let's continue.
Walter introduced Tom to his team. Beginning with Walter, he was the owner of a salvage firm, and a few months ago, he recovered several antiques from a sunken ship in Spanish waters. One of the items in that wreckage was a set of 3 coins that provided valuable treasure coordinates. Unfortunately, the salvage mission failed, and the Spanish authorities confiscated everything they found. The items are now locked inside a miraculous vault in a Spanish bank. Lorraine, Walter's adopted daughter, was responsible for impersonation on the team. She could assume any identity the team.
Okay, well, that is not fair though, because clearly the man used his own resources, his own wealth to go dig up the treasures in the sea, and then the Spanish government just took it and have put it in a vault. So now basically it's for the Spanish government. I mean, I get why he's doing it, but it's still going to put him in trouble. And probably if this goes well, he's going to be way richer than if he accepted the job where he would be earning $400,000 per year. Even though that is like more than enough for a single person who has no children, no wife, I feel like $400,000 per year, people don't even get to see that in a lifetime. Especially not at the age he was right after college. In fact, before he completed college, this company approached him, right? But it looks like if he does this, and this Walter man does not dupe him, he may come out even more richer, probably be a millionaire. So let's see what happens.
Needed for their infiltration missions. Klaus, the hacker, handled the team's hacking needs. James, Walter's right-hand man and an ex-soldier, had the best combat skills on the team. Simon was in charge of the team's logistics and equipment procurement, and as long as there was money, he could get anything the team needed. The first day Tom arrived, the team encountered difficulties hacking into the bank system. They required a code to enter, but it was unavailable, and time was of the essence. To resolve the issue, Tom suggested a simple solution. They could pretend to be an automated voicemail recording and extract the code they needed from one of the bank's clients.
Are we surprised?
After trying out Tom's
He knows
idea,
this?
the team swiftly obtained the necessary code. He gets raps for his smart thinking and heads to his new apartment. During his second day with the team, Tom officially began studying the inner workings of the Bank of Spain, which is considered the most fortified building on Earth. The bank is equipped with numerous sensors and cameras, as well as guards who are trained to respond.
Wait, is that true or is this just for the movie? Is the Bank of Spain the most secured building on Earth? Why did I think it was like the White House or something? Let me know in the comments, okay? Educate me.
Immediately to any commotion. However, the biggest challenge the team faces is the headquarters of the Spanish army, which is located across the street from the bank. When the bank alarms are triggered, 500 soldiers will rush in to deal with the situation. Additionally, the bank's security chief is the former commander-in-chief of Spain's counter-terrorism force. Tom and Walter's team are essentially facing a formidable force capable of handling any attacks on the bank. The team possesses barely any knowledge about the layout of the vault inside the bank. Consequently, they require a scan to obtain more information about its internal structure. Currently, they know that they need 2 keys and the fingerprint of the bank's security chief to gain access to the vault. To acquire the 2 items and information, the team initiates an operation. Tom and Simon pose as janitors to gain entry into the bank, while Lorraine pretends to be an insurance agent specializing in high-value paintings. Inside the rooms where these paintings are stored, safes behind the paintings have the keys required to access the vault. While on the way to the paintings, Lorraine walks with the chief of security and requests that he hold her coffee so that she can shake hands with the bank's director. This allows her to obtain the chief of security's fingerprint, which the team needs to access.
Oh my god, that is so smart. You would think that somebody who used to be like the head of the Spanish army would know this, because this is more like an intelligence job, right? Okay.
The vault. In the room where the first painting is located, Klaus assists Lorraine in dealing with the bank's camera surveillance. They record a video of Lorraine scanning the paintings and play it back at 10 times slower than the normal speed to create the impression that nothing unusual is going on. Lorraine locates the safe, prepares her equipment, and proceeds to copy the key. However, an unexpected visitor arrives and complicates matters. With only 20 seconds left before their surveillance hack ends, Lorraine must be positioned correctly in the video. Unfortunately, the chairman of the bank is in her way. Lorraine decides to ask the director to take a picture of her scanning the painting and requests that he step back when taking the photo. At the last possible moment, Lorraine prevents the director from appearing in the surveillance video, just as the hack ends. While Lorraine begins her quest to locate the second key, Tom encounters an issue. His task is to scan the structure of the vault by pretending to be a cleaner and gaining access to the lower floors of the bank. The vault is believed to be situated directly beneath one of the meeting rooms on that level. Tom crawls under the table inside the meeting room and initiates the magnetometer to commence scanning. Unfortunately, a group of individuals enters the room to conduct a meeting, trapping Tom under.
Why are there so many people coming into this room? I get it, like the conference room looks huge, right? But are they having like a company morning meeting or something? But think about it. I know that, these movies make bank robberies look really easy, honestly. These movies make bank robberies look really easy. Look, where I come from, right, in Ghana, it seems like a bank robbery would be very easy. As I'm thinking about it, look, this is just for fun, okay? I'm not saying this because I'm going to rob a bank, okay? I'm not stupid. But now that I'm thinking about it, they don't really have like security in most banks. But the thing is, I don't think most banks here keep their money like at the bank. Do you get what I'm saying? These movies make bank robberies look so easy. Like in my country, there have been many occasions where there have been bank robberies right in the daytime. Like right in the daytime. I feel like most of them are caught eventually though. Anyway. Wow, how is he going to escape? Let's see what happens.
The table. As if that weren't enough, the device begins to malfunction and gets stuck at 96% completion. After some tinkering, Tom manages to get the device to work again, and the scan is finally completed.
Look guys, It just takes one person's pen to fall, and they look under the table. That's all it takes. That's all. It will just take one person's pen to fall, and then they look under the table. Oh, like how anxious he is, how anxious he must feel.
Regrettably, this triggered an alarm, and under the leadership of the bank's chief of security, the entire bank was put on lockdown, and army troops were dispatched. Meanwhile, Lorraine had just finished copying the second key when the director arrived to retrieve her. In the commotion, she forgot to return the stolen key and shut the safe where it was kept. Eventually, the team decides that Lorraine should toss the key to Tom, who would then put it back in the safe. Tom hurried to the third floor, restored the key, and closed the safe just as he received a warning that a guard was approaching his position. Thinking quickly, he deliberately allowed himself to be caught when the guard arrived at the room. She asked him what he was doing there, and he took off his earphones and acted as if he hadn't heard the alarm. She let him off the hook. Once the operation was over, Tom began to examine the internal structure of the vault. He discovered a section that the scan couldn't show clearly, and he realized that it contained water. The vault was built on the principle of a weighing scale. If the weight changes when the vault is opened, it will shut and flood with water. The team now understands how the vault mechanism operates and must maintain a constant weight balance. Tom starts figuring out how to solve this problem working around the clock. Simon and James made a significant discovery while exploring the area beneath the bank. They confirmed Tom's suspicions that there was a massive scale beneath the bank, but to their dismay, the current balance was zero. Moreover, they found a major problem that could jeopardize their plans. The walls of the underground room were made of titanium steel-reinforced concrete with a durable outer layer, which made it almost impenetrable. Even with the hardest drill bit, breaching the wall would take them 15 days, which was too much time to spare. The team had a limited...
Wow, the Bank of Spain really secured this vault. Like, I wonder why, because... That means this man, Walter, really lost, like, a fortune, because... Why would they secure all the things that they took from Walter, all the things he found in the sea, so much if they are not that valuable? Do you guys get what I'm saying? That means like those things he found, the wealth of the sea, the treasures of the sea that he found must cost a fortune. For them to go through all this in building this vault, putting it behind water and putting it behind some weighing scale and building it with titanium and all of this. Wow. Okay.
Window for this heist, and this delay made the entire operation seem impossible to pull off. The team had to consider giving up. Walter took a moment to reflect and went to the square to watch the soccer fans. While observing the crowd, he realized that during the World Cup finals, all the cameras near the bank would face the fans in the square. This insight prompted a change in plans. Instead of entering the bank through the underground passage, they could infiltrate it from the roof. Walter quickly relayed this information to the team, and everyone felt a renewed sense of hope. However, their success still depended on Tom and his ability to decipher the vault's mechanisms. He works tirelessly until he finally devises a plan to tackle the security mechanism of the vault. To demonstrate his solution, he places a cup of water on a scale, revealing the balance move. Next, he removes the cup, sprays liquid nitrogen on the scale, and puts the cup back in place. This time, the balance doesn't move because the scale is frozen. Tom explains that the same principle could be applied to the massive vault scale. The only challenge is that they'll require a considerable amount of liquid nitrogen to execute the plan. The team commenced their operation with a solid plan as the soccer game between Spain and Netherlands kicked off. They had a tight window of only 105 minutes to complete the entire operation. To start, they zip-lined to the bank's rooftop, cut open a glass window, and entered through the opening. Then they made their way through 100 meters of piping until they reached the entrance to the room containing the vault. Here, they would need to cross using a portable ladder. Finally, they arrived in front of the vault, and Klaus began his hacking work to enable the team to gain entry. With the 2 keys and fingerprint they had acquired earlier, they found themselves facing the impressive vault. Simon took over the next step, spraying liquid nitrogen on the scale to initiate the freezing process. As he emptied the tanks, the reaction began, and the vault's floor began to freeze. The team then entered the vault and searched for the item containing the coins they sought. Meanwhile, the bank patrol team discovered the open roof window and quickly headed towards the vault. Lorraine found the coins.
This bank patrol, like, they are really on it. Like, they are really on it. I love that. They are really on it. Most of the time in movies, like, you realize that when they are almost done with robbing the bank, that's when, like, security comes in or you hear the police and stuff. But this Spanish bank control, I need to go and research on Spanish security and stuff because, wow. What is the ranking of the Spanish army in the world? I need to go do some research. I'm intrigued.
What happened next was unexpected. James had planned to betray the team from the beginning as an undercover agent, and now aimed to steal the coins from them. Lorraine was left with no choice but to reluctantly hand over the stolen coins to James.
Of course. Why did I think this would go so smoothly? Of course, there should be a plot twist. Of course, there's a traitor. You know, when Walter introduced Tom to the team, I wanted to say that James looked like he didn't like him, or James looked suspicious. I literally thought about it, but I didn't articulate it. And now we know. We know. I won't be surprised if he's not the only one, but let's see what happens.
However, their escape was short-lived as the liquid nitrogen's freezing effect wore off, causing the vault's security mechanisms to activate. The three of them, Tom, Lorraine, and James, found themselves trapped inside the vault as water started to flood the area. As an ex-soldier, James was able to utilize his swimming skills to escape from the trap and flee with the stolen coins. As the chief of security calls in an emergency, his men strap up and begin rushing towards the vault. Tom and Lorraine's lives were in serious danger as they were on the verge of drowning.
I mean, do you need 500 people to capture 3 people? Okay, I get it. They need to position themselves everywhere in the building because they don't necessarily know exactly where the robbers are. I get it. I'm sure the bank is a huge bank. Clearly, from the photos and videos we've seen.
Inside the flooded vault, with no other option, Tom came up with a plan to trick the vault system into starting the draining process. He instructed Simon to add more weight to the scale to make it appear as if the vault was full. Simon acted quickly and placed all the nitrogen tanks on the scale, but it still wasn't enough. Just as he was about to give up, he noticed his radio and decided to add it to the scale. Surprisingly, the small radio was enough to make the balance shift, causing the water to stop pouring in and starting the draining process. As the army men rushed towards the vault, they were ready to catch the thieves red-handed. However, upon opening the vault, they were surprised to find nobody inside. Tom and Lorraine had managed to escape using the drain pipes, making their way to the upper levels of the bank. With the security force hot on their heels, they were running out of time. In a moment of quick thinking, Lorraine remembered a room she had visited earlier for scanning the paintings. She recalled that the director of the bank usually leaves the window in that room open. Without hesitation, Tom and Lorraine rushed to that room and made their way out of the bank through the open window. They joined the crowd in the square, taking their jackets off and blending in with the rest of the people. The soldiers chasing them were getting dangerously close. Feeling defeated, they prepared to surrender. But fate intervened. Spain won the soccer game, and the crowd erupted into cheers and celebration. The noise and commotion made it impossible for the soldiers to keep up the chase, and Tom and Lorraine were able...
Wait, so the soldiers still know that they are the ones, like the soldiers still saw their faces. Is that what is going on? But literally, they didn't get what they went there for because that traitor took it away. I wonder where that traitor is now.
To slip away unnoticed. Several days later, James returns the stolen coins to his employer. However, when they decode the coordinates, they realize that it leads to the Eiffel Tower, which is not the right location. They finally understood that they had been outsmarted by Walter's team. Meanwhile, Lorraine had switched the coins in the vault, which caused James to steal the wrong ones. Tom and his team are in a resort in France and stumble upon the real coordinates of the treasure they were after. They learn that the treasure is now hidden inside the Bank of England. The team gears up for another heist, ready to put their skills to the test once again.
What?
Bank heists have always been a popular theme for movies as people find them intriguing. The use of tools, techniques, and deception adds an exciting layer to the film. If you were in Tom's position, would you choose to live a normal corporate life or take a chance on an impossible mission? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Thank you for watching. If you like the video, please...
I would choose to live a normal corporate life and just save and quit soon. Because earning $400,000 a year, like I can imagine what that will already do for like myself, my dreams and all of that. I will work there for like 3 years, save about $1 million to $2 million and vamut. You know? What am I even saying? I can save more than $1 million if I'm working there for about 2 years. Right? But what was the point of the whole robbery if, like, that means the whole point of getting those coins from the vault was to actually find out where the real treasures were hidden, which was in England. What annoyance is that? I mean, I was looking for like quick gratification. I thought once they had the coins, like they had the treasures. So all that was just to find some coins to give them coordinates for where the treasure really was in England. Come on. Did I enjoy the movie? Yes, I did. I really did enjoy it. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have you watched The Vault 2021? It's on Netflix. Have you watched it? And if perhaps this recap missed out on some details, share with us in the comments. We would love to know. And let me know, would you go watch the full movie? I feel like I would go watch the full. I'll give this an 8 out of 10. I enjoy movies like this, okay? Bank heist and all of that. I enjoy movies like this. Movies about like intelligence and all of that. I'm a fan. I would go watch the full movie if I had Netflix, but I don't. So. Guys, please drop your comments, drop your thoughts in the comments, and please like this video. And most importantly, please remember to subscribe. Bye, guys.